Caribbean University continues its mandate to provide a Christ-centered education to all who enter its gates. Nestled in the cool hills of Manchester, Jamaica, this institution has molded and shaped the lives of thousands of individuals. Here are a few highlights of the activities that our institution was engaged in during the period under review. The talent and spirit of Northern Caribbean University captivated myriad of audiences in the Cayman Islands recently as the NCU Chamber Ensemble toured the territory and participated in the training of musical minds and performances at worship centers. The highlight of the visit to the British Isle was a grand concert at Georgetown SDA in Grand Cayman. Hundreds were in attendance and were blessed by the musical presentations. Then it was on to the success of Team Herbu. Herbu Enterprise from Northern Caribbean University walked away with $2 million after winning the National Business Model Competition. Having won, they represented Jamaica at the international staging in Utah, USA from May 1 to 3, 2014. The team won the international award and placed 8th out of the 42 teams that entered. The Central Jamaica Conference of Seventh-day Adventists on Saturday, May 31, 2014, culminated its annual education summit at the Northern Caribbean University's Gymnatorium in Mandeville, with the highlights of promoting Christian education, solutions to the challenges in our nation's schools. One highlight of this event was the recognition of the Fighters family from Asia in Manchester for being stalwarts of Christian education. The Department of Health and Wellness at Northern Caribbean University culminated its 10,000 Steps Per Day in 10 Weeks program. The initiative was sponsored to the tune of $1.29 million by Guardian Life and was geared towards motivating NCU employees to lead healthy, active lives by meeting a target of at least 10,000 steps each day for a period of 10 weeks. The Mathematics and Engineering Department launched the NCU Mathematics Institute on Tuesday, July 15 at the university's main campus in Mandeville. On the day, scores of teachers engaged in a math workshop, and the aim was to aid students and teachers get over the hurdle of learning and teaching math. The Department of Nursing hosted its annual Nurses Pinning and Consecration Service under the theme Inspired and Motivated to Initiate Change at the university's gymnatorium at 11:30 a.m. The 125-member graduating class, which had 4 males in the batch, shared in the thrills and joys of reaching another milestone of their preferred career path. Guest speaker Pauline James, Senior Director of Nursing at the University Hospital of the West Indies, had this to say.
Respect all persons. Acknowledge their presence. Respond in a timely manner. Return to your patient as promised. Speak with and not to or down to a patient or relative. Get them involved in making decisions for their care.
In September, we kicked off the 2014-2015 academic year. The United Students Movement conducted its inaugural exercise with Vice President of the Division of Student Services at NCU, Dr. Denton Rohn, motivating them to stay the course. Then it was on to one of the most anticipated programs on campus, Fall Week of Prayer. Under the theme Ready to Change the World, Pastor Eldine King from the United States implored staff and students to enhance their relationship with the Lord. 16 precious souls were baptized. The Northern Caribbean University's community welcomed the class of 2018 on Monday, September 29, in a convocation ceremony filled with pomp and circumstance. The NCU Gymnatorium on the Mandeville campus was filled with faculty and staff, alumni, and other supporters who encouraged the august group to soar to new heights. Then it was on to homecoming. Homecoming is one of the most cherished traditions at Northern Caribbean University. It's a time when alumni, students, faculty, staff, and friends of the university get together to revel in the memories shared and enjoy the victories and challenges of the present and hammer out plans for the good of the alma mater. What a weekend it was.
I could not attend an NCU function and not talk about a favorite part of my vision for our country. Building a knowledge-based and knowledge-driven economy to drive economic growth and employment. We cannot just depend on the traditional capitalist three: land, labor, and capital. We used land for sugar and banana in the past, but other people garnered the wealth. Today, we are not blessed with huge lands mass like the BRIC countries, Brazil, Russia, India, and China. Nor do we have the large workforces that they have. Certainly, we do not have the access to capital that China and the United States have. But we have knowledge, and knowledge is a different kettle of fish. It has no borders.
Like any institution, Northern Caribbean University has had its fair share of challenges. But this beacon on the hill remains committed in preparing students not only for these last days, but ultimately to attain their citizenship in the heavenly kingdom.